Hey guys, it's Danielle here, creator of Natural Beaded hair extensions and Isla hand-tied hair. Okay, I'm gonna do a really quick video for you today on how to touch up your curls and show you specifically how I curl my bangs. I get a lot of questions on how to curl the front of your hair as well as how to refresh your curls. So this is day 2 curls, and I'm just gonna, they don't look bad, but I'm just gonna freshen them up and show you guys how I do it. So if I'm going for a more bouncy curl, we see all these photos right now where these big voluminous curls. However, I have naturally really fine hair. So I'm gonna show you how I do this using 2 different irons, and then how I utilize my round brush and give my bangs a little bit more fullness. So let's go ahead and get started. I am actually going to, I like to section off the top of my hair, and then I'm gonna go in, I have 2 different irons, and I have, this is, what is this? I think this is a 1 inch, and then this is a 3/4 inch. So I'm going to use the 1 inch on my real hair, and you can see I still have quite a bit of curl in there. So I'm gonna take small 1 inch sections and just kind of go in and touch up the curls. Because I want a bouncier curl, the trick to getting a bouncier curl is to actually put your ends in the heat, let it cool, and instead of stretching the curl, I'm just gently taking that out. Now it looks a little bit kind of like a ringlet curl, but once you brush it out, it's really pretty. And again, this is more, instead of like a beachy curl, this is a twist on how I create my bouncy curls. So I'm still starting to wrap the iron at the top of the base, because if you start to wrap the iron from the bottom up, you're gonna get most of your volume in the ends, and I still want kind of volume throughout. So I'm still starting similar to how I do my beachy curl. I still start about midway through the hair here, and then the only difference, so my beach wave, I'll show you the difference. My beach wave, I'm gonna stretch the curl. I'll actually show you that on the next one, because I already got my ends wrapped in this one. So again, this is just my more bouncy curl. Now here's how I'm gonna get my beachy curl. So I'm still, this is what I say when I'm starting through the mids, right through here. So my beachy curl, I'm actually gonna completely leave the ends out, and then I'm gonna unwind the curl. They call this stretching the curl, and then gently pull the ends through. So you can see those create totally just 2 different curl patterns. And again, on this particular video, I'm showing you how I'm touching up my curls, but again, using, I want it to be a little bit more of a bouncy curl. So when I grab underneath here, I always recommend holding your iron vertical. However, when you're going under here, you don't want to burn your neck, so I always hold it horizontal instead, so that I can get really close to the nape of my, close to my neck, and get that curl pattern really close throughout here. And again, I am wrapping the ends. I'm doing this with no mirror, you guys. I'm just looking at the camera, so bear with me. So again, making sure that just has a little bit more of a bouncy curl to it. And I'm gonna switch to my other iron when I do my top layers. The reason I do this is because my natural hair is fine and it falls flat so fast. If you're somebody who has fine hair and you're like, why does my hair not hold a curl? I always just recommend downsizing in your iron. It looks really curly at first, but it's gonna fall flat in like 15 minutes, and then it'll be perfect. So again, this is my natural hair right through here. And now I'm gonna take my smaller iron, and I'm gonna touch up those curls through the top. And again, I'm going for just a really full volume curl today. But you can see how quick this is, because it's only day 2. I washed my hair yesterday, so I still had quite a bit of my curl left over. And what I like to do is when I'm kind of rounding the head, I will grab a few pieces of my extension hair and use kind of like almost go with a smaller section and do just a few pieces of my extensions with the smaller barrel. Again, I've already curled this piece, but I'm taking an even smaller section and giving it a little bit more of a tighter curl so that it will match with my top layers. But I can't use this iron when I'm getting the bouncy curl on the ends, because it's too tight. So if I curl my ends with this iron, it's way too tight of a curl. So that's why I kind of go in and I alternate using the 2 different irons. Again, wrapping the ends completely in there. I'm not really stretching the curl, just loosely kind of. Now, when I curl my bangs, I like using the larger barrel, and there's two different ways you can curl your bangs. I always direct my bangs forward because I want a little bit of that curtain bang. Now, depending on how you hold your iron, your curls are gonna turn out a little bit different. So say for example, if I'm curling my bangs on this side, I'm gonna take this whole section forward, and notice how I'm over directing this. And then I am just gently pulling the ends through. But again, I want this to be over directed so it kind of comes in front of my face. Now, if I'm curling the bang here and I direct it forward, it's gonna be different. So what I like to do is I actually will flip my iron upside down. And I kind of run it through like this. That way this curl pattern kind of matches. If you curl this the opposite side with your curling iron wand up, it's gonna look a little bit different. So if you can, flip your iron over. So for time's sake, you guys, I'm just gonna show you this side and kind of brush everything out so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. I'm gonna repeat this on the other side. You can see how I directed my bangs forward. There's two different things that I like to brush out my hair with. I either will use my signature Isla brush or I will use a round brush. The difference in the two is the round brush is gonna create a little bit more of a fluffy curl, and then this one will kind of relax my curls a little bit more. Another trick that you can do too, if you want a little more volume in your bangs, even after you've curled that, I wanna show you guys really quick. I'll take my blow dryer, and I know I've already curled these, but I wanna get a little bit more of that bang falling forward, and I'll give a little bit more volume. So you can do this before, but you can also do it after and then brush everything out. So you can see that definitely gave me a little bit more volume in my bangs and kind of, I don't know, just kind of fans them out a little bit. So then you can brush your hair out, again, using your round brush, or you can go in and use your signature Isla brush. When I'm combing my hair out to get a more fluffy curl, what I like to do is literally, can you see how I'm kind of holding this as I'm combing it out? That's just gonna like separate your curls a little bit and give you just a little bit more, like I said, more volume. So you guys, you can see how quick that is. I didn't do this side, but just for time's sake, I wanted to show you really quick how I get a really easy bouncy curl using two different irons. Again, I have very fine hair, so that's why I like to go in and use a smaller iron on the top and kind of use it just sparingly, I guess, on my extension hair. So I hope you guys that helps. I love sharing different styling tips and tricks, especially if they're time-saving style tricks. So try this on day 2 if you want just a little bit more fuller bouncy curl. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I try to post a hair tip or trick every single week, or you can tune into my Big Money Stylist podcast. Again, I'm the creator of Natural Beaded Hair Extensions and Isla hand-tied hair. All right, you guys, we'll see you next time.